I saw an article recently stating that black academics told being nice perpetuates white supremacy. A university study published in the latest edition of the Educational Review Journal says university bosses use niceness to perpetuate white cultural norms rather than challenging and addressing racism. She states this niceness is then adopted by black and Asian academics because it makes them more palatable to white groups, according to Professor Kalwant Bhopal of the University of Birmingham. And she says, based on the interviews with 34 ethnic minority academics, the paper called Complicity and Conformity perpetuates race and class hierarchies in UK higher education. And she also states that white managers are able to use a language of niceness, which is race-neutral language and used to ignore racial inequalities. Just as white male administrators use niceness to avoid making any real changes, non-white academics perform being nice, which continues to perpetuate a culture in which niceness is used to perpetuate white supremacy. Now, she uses a lot of descriptive language in which to articulate that the culture of niceness is, in her mind, in her psychology, holding back black people. I'm not sure what she means and being nice, because, for example, if I'm shopping on a daily basis or interacting with white people, they tend to be shocked, almost as if they're in a horror movie, that here is a black gentleman who is polite, who has manners. So I'm not sure where these white people are getting their information from, that black people should have no manners, black people should be horrible, and not nice at all. But from personal experience, I do know that when I interact with white people, they tend to be shocked. Wow, a black guy who is polite, a black guy who interacts, without, if you like, quote unquote, black anger. But these academics who live in white neighborhoods, these academics who are feeding this narrative, to a generation of black people, what's their solution? To be angry, to be non-nice, to be aggressive? We had 70 years of black civil rights, 70 years, whether it's aggression, whether it's polite, whether it's niceness, whether it's whatever. And it's failed. It's failed. And the reason being, those who are, how can I put it, pushing this narrative tend to have an ulterior motive. Just like Marcus Garvey, he was involved in fraud. Marcus Garvey. We look at the likes of Louis Farrakhan, who made money for his own family. He got rich empowering the Farrakhan family. When Louis Farrakhan dies, his family will inherit, the wealth that came from poor black neighborhoods, right? So you look at the narrative and you look at those who are trying to keep black people angry. They made money. They made money keeping black people angry. They're telling you all this negativeness. Be angry, don't be nice. You cannot interact with the modern world without wheeling and dealing with human beings. You cannot. You cannot wheel and deal in the modern world being horrible. You cannot start a business in a modern world and not know how to interact with people. Is she telling you as a black person that you mustn't have a business, you mustn't, be professional, you must be nasty, live in a ghetto and be horrible? You have to look at the people that are trying to keep you angry. You have to look at their motives. A lot of black YouTubers making money out of keeping black people angry. Remember Cynthia G? She used to do that. Cynthia G made loads of money keeping, giving horrible, poisonous information because she knew it got her rich until her channel got shut down because she became so hateful. You got to be careful, black people, got to be careful who they listen to today, because capitalism is an ugly force and people will spin you a yarn just as long as they're making money. This academic, you don't know where she lives. Do you remember Black Lives Matter? That woman who said white people are devils, and yet she was living next to the white devil, quote unquote, with her £6 million mansion which she stole from angry black people. Those at the top, they're keeping you angry while they're living in white neighborhoods. Wake up. You'll be taken for a ride.